I know that, like, I love talking about how the Democratic Party sucks and their feckless ineptitude and their negligent attitude against, like, the Republican Party regularly trying to roll back progress has caused death, demise, and destruction. But there is still a major difference between the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. Okay, there is. It's just, at least, like, the Democratic Party is not openly antagonistic towards labor and the demands of labor. So here it is. Let's take a look at what, the moderate Republican, okay? The moderate Republican, Senator Tim Scott, Mr. Virgin, had to say about the auto workers that are striking.
A prayer partner of mine spent his entire career without a college degree working at Nucor Steel. And their pay structure took him over 6 figures, several years, because he got paid for his work. The harder he worked, not only did he get luckier, but he got more money. And that's a recipe, it's a formula that we should be using all across the country, not just in South Carolina, but all across the nation. And we're watching today on every screen around the country.
Yeah, people are just not working harder, dude. It's like, okay, that's really interesting. So how do they fucking get like $200 billion in fucking accumulated profit? $20 billion in this year alone. How did that happen? If nobody was working hard, was it the fucking CEOs, dog? Is that who was working real hard? How did that happen? It's like, dog, you're a fucking politician. You're the last guy. Like, this is the biggest says you moment to be like, oh, nobody wants to work anymore. It's like a Twitch streamer fucking literally chirping about how nobody wants to work anymore. It's like a CEO chirping about how nobody wants to work anymore. If there's one group of motherfuckers in America that work less than fucking Twitch streamers, it's this guy. You get $174,000 in taxpayer-funded government salary. You get platinum health care, and you literally don't work. You never work. As a matter of fact, as a Republican congressman, I'll take it one step further, your job requires you to not show up in many instances, okay? Are you out of your fucking mind? He's like, these auto workers don't want to work anymore? Really? That's your commentary? That's the winning message? Even Trump has the understanding, the knowledge, the wherewithal to read the room and shift the conversation away to, electric manufacturing. EV manufacturing is going to, like, ruin the industry or whatever the when faced with a direct question about the UAW's demands. Even he knows you shouldn't be just, like, openly contentious to the fucking auto manufacturers, dude. Come on. It's like the one fucking sector of, like, American workers that still correspond to that old school American workforce mythos, okay? Like, what are we talking about? Who's a worker in the country then? Fucking coal miners? That's it. 56,000 coal miners still exist in this fucking nation. They're the only workers. No one else. Like, what are we doing?
We're seeing the UAW fight for more benefits and less hours working, more pay.
The UAW is pushing for more benefits and less hours working for more pay. That's real interesting. It almost feels like that's their fucking job, dumbass. Of course they would want to get paid more for less work. God, I hate Americans and how fucking stupid they are sometimes that they can't even comprehend what this guy is saying is so reasonable. Why wouldn't you want to fucking work less hours for more pay, you fucking idiot? How stupid are you? How fucking cucked are you? How fucking cucked are we as Americans that we look to our direct class interests and go, I don't want that. That's not for me. Not for me, brother. You think the rich don't fucking think on their class interests and regularly implement their desires? Like at the top of the hour, the rich want you to see the 3-minute ad break. Well, yeah, how fucking stupid. How fucking stupid is this? Stupid. He's like, oh man, the unions want to work for less hours and more pay. Okay, what's the other side of that bargain? What's the other side of that bargain? It's the bosses. The bosses want you to work the most hours that you can physically work with the least amount of pay they can get away with paying. That's it. There's only two sides of this bargain. That's it. It's that simple. So if you only cover one side of this conversation and say these guys are so unreasonable with their demands, what you're doing in a very hidden way, in a very cowardly way, as a matter of fact, is defending the boss side. You want people to openly want to work against their class interests. You want them to work for long hours with the least amount of pay. That's what the bosses want.
And fewer days on the job. It's a disconnect from work. And we have to find a way to encourage and inspire people to go back to work.
Yeah, it's called better pay, jackass. It's called equity. It's called better pay. It's called autonomy. It quite literally is like giving workers their demands, like giving into their demands to be like, yeah, this is reasonable. Go ahead. You should have an ownership stake in the product that you're manufacturing. That's it. That's how it's supposed to work, which is hilarious because that's what the UAW is asking for, which is something that Tim knows and is currently shitting on.
And that's one of the things that as your president we would have. We would have a nationwide sea to shining sea focus on you pick the type of work. But if you're able-bodied, you're going to work.
What's he going to do, bro? What are you going to do? You're going to use the fucking National Guard to, like, make people work at gunpoint? Like, what do you mean? Anyway, it's just like, bro lost the neat vote. It's over. It's just, I wanted to point to that to show you, like, you know, there is still some subtle differences between the Republican Party and the Democratic Party.